Welcome to this video. Here we are beginning our next unit, which is data. So data is a very fun unit, in my opinion. We get to look at how we can represent information. And it's almost like storytelling, but in mathematics. In this video, we're just going to have a quick overview of the topic, and then we're going to move on. So first of all, our statement of inquiry. It reads that systems and models help us understand change and patterns in relationship. Now, within the context of data, our systems and models are going to be things like our measures of center and spread. So our mean, median, mode, range, things like that. But they also are our graphs. So things like a histogram or a pie chart and things like that. And we're going to look at a few more of those this time as well. Now, those things, they help us understand change and patterns in relationships. They help us understand how things have relationships and interact with each other and how they change over time. And we're going to be looking at that throughout the whole unit. So this topic is broken up into a few modules, and each of these modules fits in one of the three options you see on the screen. So interpreting data, representing, and using data. The first is interpreting data, and these two modules look at how we can take the information we have and represent it in different ways. So how we can understand the data we've been given. This is looking at things like the measures of spread and the measures of center. So our mean, median, mode, and range are all ways of interpreting data. These are two new ones that we're going to look at. Next, we have representing data. So this is going to be our graphs, how we can take the raw data we have and put it in some visual form that helps us understand the data at more of a glimpse. So we have box plots, line graphs, and scatter plots. You've probably heard of some of these, but not all of them. But we're going to be looking at those throughout this topic. And then finally, we have using data. So this is how we can take our interpreted data and our represented data and make assertions for putting in new principles and practices and understanding how things work in our world. So it's reapplying our data to the world and seeing what we can learn from it. So we're going to look at populations and samples, which you've probably seen before, then lines of best fit, and also data in the media. So that's an overview of this unit. Each one of these has a video lesson that we're going to go through, and then also some corresponding activities to work on. So if we go back to our statement of inquiry, you'll see that these three types of module fit really well with it. So interpreting data is going to be, interpreting and representing data are going to come under these systems and models. So these are the ways that we understand our data. We can take it from raw numbers into something that has meaning to us. And then using data is where we can understand the change and patterns in relationships. So this is where we take the information we've got and we reapply it to the real world. So that's it for the introduction. Now move on with the activities that you've been given on Canvas. If you have any questions, please don't forget to ask me. I'm always here to answer them. Otherwise, thank you and have a great lesson.